Hey there, Aries. It's Bridget, the Native Touch Tarot. Welcome or welcome back. We're jumping right into it. Starting off with an angel number oracle, going into tarot, and wrapping up another week with a soul truth oracle card. And if this is the type of content you enjoy on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. Costs you nothing, but means the world to me. So your number is 999, release. Your current circumstances are ending, opening the door to better opportunities. If you're facing significant changes, consider viewing your life as a series of cycles or chapters. Embrace this transition by making room for new experiences and welcoming fresh beginnings into your life. And I know I didn't say it up front, but this is your weekly reading starting October 26th. So, Spirit guides, come hang out with Aries and myself for this tarot reading. Please guide my hands and my heart so that we can have a little fun. Ooh. Okay. Your first card is Five of Cups with Death. We have the Four of Cups with the Hangman, the Queen of Wands with the Queen of Cups, Three of Cups with the Nine of Swords. Okay, Aries, Five of Cups. Why are we focusing on the negative things in life? The Five of Cups is telling me that you're not a happy camper right now, but it's partly because you're staring at the three cups that have spilt and not the two behind you, which are full, meaning you are solely focused on the negative right now. We really have to change that and have you focus more on the positive. The Five of Cups is all about loss and disappointment. This is sorrow and guilt, possibly regret. And then we enter with death. Now, death is not as scary as it sounds. The death card simply means a new beginning. Okay, so when something ends, something new has to begin. Or this could be representing you letting a piece of you go. So in order to start your next chapter in life, aka a rebirth after death, then you really have to focus on fine-tuning what you should bring to your next chapter. So if a part of you has to die in order for you to thrive, this card is just here to remind you that maybe now is the time to take inventory and really look at where your life is and where you want it to go. Because part of you might have to take the back seat for a bit. You're going to have to let a part of you die in order for that part to be reborn. So Spirit guides, why do we have the Five of Cups and the Death card here for Aries this week? And we have the Emperor. So the Emperor is our father figure in the tarot, okay? So the Emperor is all about protecting you. This is a very strong and stable and structured kind of energy. So when the Father of Tarot is looking out for you, he's really just trying so hard to protect. So I think whatever transition you are going through, the universe is backing you up. The universe is kind of shielding you from what bad stuff could happen through the transition. And that Emperor is just protecting you throughout the whole process. So let's move on to position 2, which is possible challenges, if any. We're starting off with the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups could absolutely be a challenge simply because, are you upset because you missed an opportunity? Did you refuse an opportunity? Something that could have really kick-started something in your life, and Maybe you were being stubborn and you simply refused. So the Four of Cups is an energy of regret. Again, refusing offers. This could also almost feel like the beginning of a depression, like you're losing interest in things and you're lacking motivation. Because then we have the Hangman. And the Hangman, obviously with tarot, every card has different meanings. But with the Hangman, this could be anything from patience to you adjusting things to change your point of view. Or maybe you have a unique point of view, which is why you refuse the offer. But let's see. Let's see what's going on with this energy. Spirit guides, why do we have the Four of Cups and the Hangman here for Aries this week? Okay, the Eight of Pentacles. So you have been plugging away. You have been trying very hard. The Eight of Pentacles is also a card of patience. Okay, so we have two cards that mean patience in this row. And yeah, I think you're being asked to be patient with yourself, because when that offer comes in, you're going to have to really kick up the motivation to move forward with that Four of Cups energy. Or we could have three cards here, meaning take a break. Okay, so the Four of Cups could also mean that you're taking a pause. Okay, you're taking a time out in life. The Eight of Coins, or Pentacles rather, is patience. This is all about diligence and paying attention to the details, the small things in life. The Eight of Pentacles is also about building a business. Then we're back to the Hangman. Hangman is, again, perspective, but it's also a card of waiting. It's a card of patience. So for your second position, all three cards seem to have the same theme. And you're being asked to wait. You're being asked to be patient. You're being asked to take a break, because that hard work is going to be there, but you've got to be patient with how long this process could possibly take. I know we all want things at the snap of a finger, but I'm a Capricorn and I had Pluto in my chart for 20 years, okay? Universe doesn't wear a watch. It doesn't care how long we've been waiting, but you being asked to be patient and to continue waiting. Moving on to position 3, this is our advice from Spirit. We have two queens here. And two queens, we have the Queen of Wands, which is enthusiasm. This is your soul. This is all about confidence and being loyal, being energetic, being self-assured. And then we have the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Love. She is loving, nurturing. She's intuitive, spiritual, borderline psychic. Okay, she leads with her heart every step of the way. So we have the Queen of Wands, who is fiery, who is the definition of self-confidence. And we also have the Queen of Cups, who is full of love. So why do we have these two queens here? Are they representing people in our lives this week for Aries? Why do we have these two here? And you have the Ace of Pentacles. This is all about manifestation and prosperity. This could also represent a gift coming from the universe. So if you are being presented with a new opportunity, advice from Spirit seems to be you need to tap in to your self-confidence and lead with your heart. Now, I am a very logical thinker, so to trust my gut and my heart is challenging for me. But the advice from Spirit for Aries this week is trust yourself and your heart. Trust that gut. Trust what you know, because an offer is coming in for you and you're going to want to accept this one. So we have the Three of Cups and the Nine of Swords in our possible outcome. So the Three of Cups is all about friendship. This is about celebration. This could also represent community. So the Three of Cups, they are celebrating something for you. But then we have the Nine of Swords. And the Nine of Swords is telling me that you are seriously overthinking. You might be stuck in a very anxious kind of loop. You are rehashing anything and everything you can on repeat. And it is driving you crazy. The Nine of Swords is all about fear. It's about feeling overwhelmed. This is worry and guilt and depression. So why do we have the Three of Cups and the Nine of Swords here for Aries for this week? Because we have the Seven of Swords. There is someone in your life, or there's an energy that feels deceitful. And I can't tell if the Three of Cups, unfortunately, this really does feel like someone in your friend group, someone close to you, might be acting a little shady. So maybe we shouldn't trust them. Or you think they're being deceitful, which is leading you to this Nine of Wands loop on repeat. This constant anxiety, this constant overthinking. Is it simply the energy, or is someone close to you showing their true colors by being deceitful? Because the Seven of Swords can also be, maybe you want to run away from a situation. Maybe you're avoiding some kind of responsibility, and that could be it as well. But whatever you are doing, it is leading to constant anxiety and worrying. And that is not a good or healthy place to be. So I think we really need to figure out the Three of Cups and the Seven of Swords. So Spirit Guides, can you give me one more card just to complete this picture for Aries? Can you just give us one more card to point us in the correct direction? The Two of Swords. So there's a choice that has to be made. So you're in a group setting, you're with your community, you're with your friends, but you're second guessing something. It could be yourself, but there's some energy of deceit, which is making you look over your shoulder nonstop. You are going to have to make a decision with the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is facing your fear. So if the Seven of Swords is you avoiding responsibility, the Two of Swords is here to say, knock it off. You've got to face your fears. You need to stop avoiding this. Once you hit whatever this Seven of Swords energy is head on, I really do think it's going to kick your anxiety for this situation at least. But Spirit's here to tell you you're avoiding something. You need to make a decision and knock that off, unless you like being in this ridiculous loop. So let's wrap everything up with a soul truth and see how this energy can all get tied together. Am I communicating my needs? Your needs matter. What are you needing right now that you haven't communicated? What are you afraid of? Is it possible that what you are fearing is not true? That last sentence is the Nine of Swords. Is it possible that what you are fearing is not true? So if you're doing the homework every week, they want you to actually journal this week. So answer these questions. What are my needs? Am I saying no enough based on my desires? Am I telling the full truth? Do I believe that my needs matter? And do I share them with others? Do I ask for what I want? When communicating my needs, what am I resisting and with whom? What do I need in order to feel safe enough to express my needs? Yeah, so going back to your angel number 999, release. There's something pinning you down here, and you're being encouraged to let it go. Your current circumstances are ending, Aries, but you have to do your part and let it go. And then it looks like the rest of the week's going to be great. So there you have it. If any of this resonated with you, I would love a like, share, or follow. It really does help out small channels like mine. So thank you again for being here, Aries, and I will see you next week. Make it a good one.